Bella with Bellessentials. So today, I am going to be remaking my pumpkin apple butter soap. So if you haven't seen my last video where we kind of failed, I'll link that in the description box down below so you can watch that after this video and kind of get an idea of what happened. But I'll give you a little sneak peek. This is kind of what it turned out like. A lot different than anticipated, but we're gonna sell it very cheap on our Etsy shop. Speaking of our Etsy shop, stop. We have a lot of other social medias, and so this is gonna be my Facebook, this is my Instagram, and this is my Etsy shop, where we have lots of other soaps and bath bombs and other things, which it will include this bar of soap, and it will be sold a little bit cheaper than the normal price, of course, and we're going to plane the bars and just trim them up a lot more so they look a little better. But today I'm going to be remaking that video. But have you noticed anything different about my hair? Do you like it? Oh yeah, back to the soap. Yeah, we're just gonna be remaking that, and we are learning from our mistakes, and hopefully it'll turn out a lot better. So this is going to be our fall collaboration soap remake. But yeah, just do a little transition. Okay, so we have everything set up to make some amazing soap. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of inform you as we go with the ingredients and everything we're gonna do to it. But it's going to be a little bit different once again than our last soap. We're not gonna make the same mistakes, and also we're gonna add a little bit of different ingredients. Okay, so we are going to add 100% organic pureed pumpkin. We are going to add, this is literally just baby food, and it is apple baby food. Literally the only ingredient is apple. It's just pure 100% applesauce. And then of course we have the OG apricot seeds to add some texture and everything like that to it. We are going to add this 100% organic goji berry powder. And it has a lot of nice skin benefits, so if you want to learn more about it, you can just Google it. And it kind of goes with like the fruit/vegetable theme. It is literally 100% goji berries. It's just goji berries. That is the only ingredient. You can see that. That's the only ingredient back there. And also it's orange, so it goes with like the pumpkin type thing. And then of course we are going to add kaolin clay to that. Okay, so for the colors, we have Orange Vibrance Mica Powder from Nurture Soap. And we are mixing that with Red Vibrance. And we also added some Mocha Brown to that, but we don't have any left. But yeah, and of course we have the fragrance oil and everything. So let's just gonna throw everything in here and then mix goji berry powder and kaolin clay in. Apricot seeds in. Pureed pumpkin in. Get all of this goodness out. Applesauce going in. Ooh. So I just quickly wanted to mention that there's 2 ounces of the applesauce and 2 ounces of the pumpkin. So we replaced that with 4 ounces of the water from the lye solution. We subtracted the water and replaced it with this. Colorant in. Okay, so we went ahead and added everything in before we added the lye solution, just because it'll be a lot easier and it won't like be too much mixing after we add the lye solution. But all of it is probably sitting at the bottom right now, so we're gonna stir this up, and it's going to take a lot of mixing. So I'm gonna try to scrape it off the bottom just a little bit. Oh, that's satisfying. Oh my gosh. It's got beautiful copperish, orange color, reddish. It's so pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna stick blend it a little bit. Okay, so we mixed this a lot, and now I'm going to very carefully add the lye solution. 2 hands. Oh, it's so crystal clear. It's like so awesome. I can see my mom's reflection through the soap. That is so weird. You can actually, that's so funny. It's so shimmery. The camera isn't picking up like the shimmer very well for some reason, but it's so shimmery and beautiful. Mixing it up. Oh my goodness, guys, like I can smell this fragrance from here. Like it smells so good. Oh, like we had the cap on it, and right when my mom took the cap off of it, like I just got this giant like whiff of, oh my goodness. And it's kind of like a blend of a bunch of different fragrances to make this nice apple pumpkin scent, because in our last soap we used the pumpkin apple butter fragrance. So now we made kind of like a special blend of it, and I think it smells like so good. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay, so now time for the fragrance. But guys, this is kind of like, it smells just like fall. Like I feel like this smells like a fall candle, like those sweet pumpkin apple fall candles. I'm not trying to show off or anything, but I think this smells a lot better than the pumpkin apple butter fragrance. Like, oh my gosh, we definitely gotta write this down and use this again. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't get over it. It smells so good. It's like, oh, I almost dropped it. It's like so sweet and like pumpkin-y and appley. So now we're just going to mix this in. Okay, so now time to pour. And this is like a big bucket, so. Whoa, there we go, yes. It's working actually really well. Whoa. Oh no! It's okay. Okay, so on to the second loaf. Okay, so we scraped out the rest of the soap into the molds, and we already spritzed it with some 91% rubbing alcohol, and now I'm going to see you when it's time to pipe. Okay, so I have this spoon right here, and I'm going to texture it a little bit, just to make it kind of look like, I don't know, like the whipped cream, and it's kind of starting to melt down a little bit, so it has like some texture. So now I'm going to do that, just kind of, and it's already setting up a little bit, so I'm just gonna bloop, 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 bloop. You keep on doing this with both molds. Okay, so we have the piping, which is not completely set up yet, and we're going to pour this into here to kind of fill in all the nooks and crannies. And because we don't want to dollop it on when it's hard, it won't like fill in all those little nooks and crannies. Okay, so I'm just gonna carefully put it in here, and we put it in this little container right here, so it's a little bit easier to handle. Okay, so now I'm pouring it into the next one. This is actually so satisfying. It's like I'm frosting something, like a glazing a donut or something like that. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of shimmy it around a little bit. I think I have a little bit too much right there, so I'm going to get this little spatula and kind of just go. little more spreading. Look at that. That's actually so satisfying. A little more over here. So I have the perfect dolloping spoon right here. So now I'm going to just dollop on the rest of the soap, and it's already nice and hardened. I'm just gonna kind of dollop it, like dollop some like Cool Whip. Just keep on dolloping this. Okay, so after I finish dolloping this, we're gonna put some cacao powder on it, and then we're gonna put some cinnamon sticks, and then of course glitter, which helps everything. But I can go back and add more frosting to it if I need to, but I'm just making sure that we have enough for the rest. Okay, so we finished dolloping everything on, and we kind of swirled it a little bit with the spoon to make it look a little bit more like whipped cream, or like, I don't know, some type of little swirl. So now we're going to put a little shimmer on it. And I love this because it kind of makes it look like pearlescent almost, and I love it. Tune into this. Okay, so I put the cacao powder in this little tea strainer, and I'm just going to tap it on there very gently to add a little decoration to it. And I can always come back and add a little more. But I love this. I feel like it adds, and of course it smells so good too. It smells like chocolate. It's like so yummy. And I think it adds a very nice touch. Like I feel like if we didn't add this, it'd feel like something was missing. And this is definitely a nice touch to add to it to make it look better. Cool. Okay, so now it's time to add the cinnamon sticks, and I'm gonna try and go super fast because piping is already setting up a lot. Well, there we go, it's not too bad. I think I'm gonna try and do a little more on this side though. Done. Okay guys, so I'm going to see you in 24 to 48 hours to get the pumpkin apple butter remake soap. Hey guys, we are back less than 24 hours later to cut the pumpkin apple butter soap. So, as you can see, it went through a partial gel right there. And also, it heated up tremendously last night, so we had to put it in the fridge. It was like about to like explode on us. It was like blue, like, I can't explain it, but it was like it started heating up a lot, so we had to put it in the fridge, and then now it's a lot better. But I know I've already mentioned this so many times, but it smells so good. Like, oh okay, my so now I'm going to trim the end off. Just a little sliver for samples. Oh my goodness. Oh, it smells so good. So I think it went through full gel in the center, but it is a little sliver. But I think this is a really nice, very fall themed soap. I think it's not too crazy. Like a lot of some of our soaps, I like to have a nice variety of different soaps, like some crazy fun ones and also some like more simple ones and everything like that. So, oh my goodness, guys, look how good that. I think it definitely reminds me of very much of like a fall drink. Like there's like the cinnamon stick and like the cacao powder, cacao, and it definitely reminds me of like, I don't know, some type of like fall drink, like I guess pumpkin apple butter drink. So I'm gonna try my best not to cut these cinnamon sticks. I love this soap. I love it. Like I feel like it's super cute. And look, that's kind of like the divots that we did with the spoon. And you can see like the little swirls. I love this soap. It's super cute. And then of course we did like the little swirly twirlies at the top, so it looks like it's like a dollop of whipped cream. Okay, so, and of course we added all of those amazing additives like the kale and clay and the goji berry powder and the apple and the pumpkin puree and apricot seeds. So I think I'm like literally so excited to test out this soap and use it. I can't wait. I think it's gonna be so moisturizing and smooth and everything and super bubbly, so I'm super excited. Oh my goodness, I love that. Like look at this side, they're like waves. This definitely is very fall themed. Like I feel like it could be even Christmassy. Like if this, like we could even sell that at Christmas time and it could be like, I don't know, like a Christmas drink. Okay guys, so the rest of this soap is of course just gonna be pretty much the same throughout. So I'll bring you back when we're ready to start stamping them and everything like that, so yeah. Okay, so this was my inspiration for this soap. This is my mom's homemade pumpkin apple butter that she makes every year. And I think it looks super similar. And also it has like the ball label and everything. But if you look super, super closely, you can see kind of like all the specks and little things in there. And you can kind of see like little black dots, like the apricot seeds that we put in there. And all of the other additives, I think it's gonna look really good. And also on the sides, as you can tell, it's like a little bit darker on the side than there is. I think you can't really tell, but it is a little bit darker on the sides. So I think it's going to darken a little bit, but definitely not as dark as this, but I think it looks very similar. So I'm very happy with that. And it is by RockinRobertsDesigns. Please go check him out. I'll link him in the description box down below so you can go check him out on Etsy. He makes amazing stamps, and this actually came so quickly. We weren't sure if it was gonna come on time for us to make it, but surely it came so fast. He has amazing, he ships super fast. So yeah, this is the stamp. Okay, so I'm gonna spritz this with 91% rubbing alcohol to make sure that the mica adheres really well. Then I'm going to dip it into the mica. And I'm going to do it a few more times to make sure that all of the little lines have it on there. Try and get a little more in the L. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to put it on there and push.
Not too hard, just enough so that it goes in there nicely. Okay, so now I'm gonna pull it out. Oh my goodness. I really like that. I think I could have gotten a little bit more pigment on those spots that are missing, but I think it turned out really nice. Okay, so this is attempt number 2. A little more. That's good. Ooh, that looks better. Oh, I like that one.